people love, putting women against each other. It's always, this and that. Like, it's been happening to me and Zendaya since since we started the damn show, like it's no surprise.
Well, let's talk about this movie, The Babysitter, Killer Queen. I feel like this movie was such a fun ride, such a fun sequel. How do you feel like it kind of upped the ante following the first one?
I'm so glad you liked it. Hell yeah. It was so crazy having everybody back, in this experience again, reliving these characters again, to be able to do a number 2 on a project that was so out there in the first place, to get to work with McGee again, and just be around his lively, sweet, endearing energy. But yeah, we did up the ante. We upped the ante a lot in this movie. We had a lot of fun going between a lot of the big jokes from the first movie, kind of bringing those callbacks and just changing them a little bit with new characters. All of our new characters that are in it are just so fun, so out there. It's very funny. It's very good.
You play Allison in these movies, obviously a sexy cheerleader, if you will. I also feel like in general and on social media, you try to generalize women's sexuality, which I do think we need more of. When you do take on a role, do you look for ways to do that specifically, or do you feel like because of the conversation you've sort of created, you get offered roles like that?
Good question. I think because of the conversation I've created, people are more likely to offer me roles like that. But I also think that I've had to do kind of a lot of pushing on my own in that sense, just reading a script and I'm like, I love this, but here's like with the character, we need to add a few more, things here and really make her fully, come to life, or you're either the pretty girl, that you're either the friend that gets the guy at the end, you're either, the woman that fights for what's right, but you can't be both. Mm-hmm. You can't be, as a woman on film, like a character that has a million layers, like an onion.
Why for you has that been an important conversation and an important just thing in film to sort of fight for so much?
I feel like almost every female in the industry has taken that on. We all feel our duty to do what's right, to fight for a better world for our daughters, to kind of fight all these stigmas and all these things and all these boxes people put us into. And, you just have to. I feel like no matter what, you feel that in your heart, this thing that tells you, no, I have to fight for this. I feel like no matter what, I'll always be, fighting for it.
You've come so far from your Disney Shake It Up days, if you will. And so has Zendaya. She just got nominated for an Emmy. And as we approach the Emmys, do you have any words of support for her?
I mean, my goodness, I just hope she wins, Emmy's amazing. The show is amazing. I love Sam Levinson. I love her. So I'm just like, I'm gonna have my fingers crossed the whole entire time. I'm just gonna be like waiting for this acceptance speech.
I do feel like in a way your guys' careers get pitted against each other. I was Googling and I saw this article and it kind of bummed me out that they would almost pit you guys against one another.
I think that's what people love to do, right? Like women, no matter what, when you've got women and you're on, you're growing up in the same market or the same, even just as well other Disney stars, like even if they're not on the same show, you still get pitted against each other. Women in general, and just being under the big like overall thing of Disney, I think you get it kind of worse in general, and people are more likely to be like, hey, what are you doing? But yeah, I think people love, putting women against each other. It's always, this and that. Like it's been happening to me and Zendaya since we started the damn show, it's no surprise. I honestly don't really read articles and because I'm like, I'm just not gonna, really waste my time hearing their, negativity and whatnot, because you know, I have better things to fill my head with growth, you know, with some real growth. And I think that when people are, you know, just really negative, then it's harder to grow. You like experience that, you know. Yeah.
I love that answer. And I do love that. I do feel like you are a woman who always supports other women. So that's
Thank
why
you.